Hi, I'm Rashmi from Just Tutors, and today we are going to learn about fuel. Under this lesson we have three objectives to discuss, that is fuel, how do we control fire, working of a fire extinguisher. Before completing any one of these we have a pre-assessment. So the first question is, what are the uses of carbon dioxide? Give it a little thought. So the carbon dioxide is a very essential gas that we use while breathing, and also it plays a really important role in the process of photosynthesis. Question 2. What are airtight containers? As the name suggests, the containers that are packed tightly and there is no scope of getting in and out of the air. Okay, so moving on and having the first topic, which is fuel. Materials that can produce heat and fire when burnt are called fuel. So any substance or material that produces heat and fire and burnt are called fuel. There is another name for them is combustible substances. They are used for industrial as well as domestic purposes like petrol, kerosene, wood and charcoal. So these are the few examples of the fuel that we used in our daily life. Here we have the few properties which tells which kind of fuel is good fuel. They are readily available, they are cheap, they burns at a moderate rate, they produces excess heat, and also they does not leave undesirable residue. Now the most important topic of this lesson, how do we control fire? Fire has three requirements: fuel, air, oxygen supply and heat to raise the fuel temperature above its ignition temperature. If any one of these is removed, the fire can be controlled. So basically the fire can be controlled from the absence of any one of the three these. It is fuel, air, oxygen mainly, and the heat. If we talk about the term ignition temperature, is the temperature at which the substance start burning, and it varies with substances to substance. We use a fire extinguisher to control fire. It either cuts off the air supply or lowers the fuel temperature below the ignition temperature. So as this point says that fire extinguisher used to control the fire. So very common fire extinguisher that we use is water. Whenever we find the fire on some places, we start using or pouring water onto the place to control the fire. We can see that the fire brigade pours water on the burning building to remove fire. So fire brigade is a kind of machine that we use to control fire. So how does it work basically? What happens when the fire brigade pours water on a burning building? Water lowers the temperature and bring it below the ignition temperature of the burning material. Water vapors surrounding the burning material and cuts off the air supply, thereby extinguishing the fire. So as we found, when the fire brigade pours the water, it below down the ignition temperature, as well as there will be a lack of oxygen. So because the absence of the two things, the fire comes in control. Now how does a fire extinguisher work? Carbon dioxide is the best fire extinguisher when electrical appliances and inflammable material like petrol catches fire. Inflammable materials are the materials that catches fire easily. And other than water, we have another fire extinguisher which is carbon dioxide, and that is used mainly when electrical appliances or inflammable material like petrol catches fire. It is heavier than oxygen and hence covers the fire like a blanket, thereby disconnecting the contact of the fuel with oxygen, and the fire is controlled. So basically we remove the oxygen from the place, and the lack of oxygen control the fire. Carbon dioxide is stored at high pressure in liquid form. So at the high pressure it comes in the liquid form. In cylinder, when released from the cylinder, its volume expands a lot and cool down. Hence it forms that blanket and also reduces the temperature of the fuel, releasing lots of powder, sodium bicarbonate or potassium bicarbonate also releases carbon dioxide. So that's how the fire extinguisher work, and it helps in controlling the fire in the different places and with the different substances. I hope you find it helpful, and here we have few practice questions. Question 1 says, what are the 3 requirements for fire? How fire brigade help us? What is the working principle of a fire extinguisher? We have covered the objectives today, and these 3 questions are based on those topics. If you face any difficulty in completing this question, you can get back to the video and try to complete them. So this is all about the lesson today, and for more please visit Just Tutors. Thank you for watching.